I'm Ted Hoskinson. I'm the founder of Roots and Wings and a former elementary school teacher. I'm here to share with you today the tragic story of kids who are victims of a long-standing tragedy called a silent epidemic. Unlike COVID-19, it does not kill, but it destroys children's opportunity to become productive adults. I'm talking about the staggering number of children who can't read. By the end of third grade, 74% of struggling readers never catch up. That's what Project Uplift is all about, transforming the learning trajectory for struggling second and third graders at Title I schools, the poorest schools. Only half of Palm Beach County's third grade students passed the all-important reading test at the end of reading last year. That's shocking. The loss of learning created by COVID-19 is devastating for all children. Our kids were already in dire need, kids whose lives are severely challenged by poverty. Those kids may not have a bed to sleep in, may not have enough food to eat, and may have parents for whom English is a second language. I'm sure you remember a classmate struggling and stumbling over reading aloud, feeling humiliated and embarrassed. That feeling can be imagined every day. Jeremiah was one of those kids. He came to Plamosa angry and disruptive. Through Project Uplift, he developed kindness, an eagerness to learn, and a pride in his work. Jeremiah is just one of hundreds of kids whose lives have been positively impacted by Project Uplift. We transform struggling readers like Jeremiah who are reading one or two more grades below grade level by providing free, intensive, after-school tutoring. Project Uplift addresses the basics. The teachers who know our students best teach them in classes of 10 or less. We give each student the tools they need to read productively. Project Uplift meets students where they are, rewards small gains, encourages incremental progress, and celebrates each child's successes. By mid-year this year, half of our 240 students had already achieved an entire year's worth of reading growth. Our 3-year track record allows us to predict that 80% of our students will pass that third grade reading test at the end of third grade. With your support, 120 new students will have the opportunity to succeed. Over the next 2 academic years, your funding expands Project Uplift to Rolling Green in Boynton and Coral Sunset in Boca. With our commitment to add Village Academy, we will then serve 420 students, transforming third grades, where only a dismal 22% of students are reading at grade level, and a staggering 40% are only reading at first grade. Most of your funding will cover our program's certified teachers. The remaining funds provide supplies, perfect t-shirts, motivational achievement ceremonies, and field trips. 100% of your funding goes to the program and not to any administrative costs. All of our board members are contributors. For 4 years, our revenue has now grown from $28,000 to over $255,000. Major funding from the Jim Moran Corporation and Children's Services Council help ensure our sustainable future. Roots and Wings and Quantum Foundation were the only organizations recognized in May of 2019 by the school board as outstanding community members. We were honored again this year. Project Uplift began in 2017 at Pine Grove in Delray with 30 students. Just 3 years later, we are now serving 240 students, and with your help, Project Uplift will serve 420 students in 8 schools this coming fall. I want you to know we're already working with the school district and our principals to develop a comprehensive distance learning solution for the students we serve in anticipation that schools will not open in the fall. I believe we would all agree, if you can't read, you can't learn. Kofi Annan once said, literacy is the bridge from misery to hope. Together, you and I can create that bridge right here in our own communities.